What's up, y'all? It's the Boosh Bag. Miss Boosh Bag. To you. Okay. This video gonna be up late because it is almost 10 a.m. And yeah. I just watched the show at like 2 o'clock in the morning and ugh. Alright, so I'm going to try to get through it quick so I can get it up quick. Alright, so it starts off with the twins. They go, they're looking for management. They found some manager. The manager chick that they were talking to says that, you know, they need a manager to make sure that nobody takes advantage of them. And they need to kind of change their image so they're not seen as the twerking twins no more. She was like, that's not you guys. You're not that anymore. Okay? You're not. My shit is a little bit crooked. Is that better? Was anything wrong in the first place? Okay, whatever. Yeah, so they also talked to her about how they want speech therapy to help them to speak more clearly because, yeah, the words do muddle up a little bit. I thought it might have been their accent, you know, a little Spanish accent or something, that might make them run their words together and things like that, but apparently it's something else. And they have been in speech therapy for a pretty good portion of their lives, middle school and high school and all of that. All right. Tanya calls Nico to tell him about the baby. He nervous as hell. He just, the whole time, he just playing with his hair like, oh, for real? So, I like, he playing nice for the camera, but man, yeah, so he's like, well, congratulations. I was like, that shit sounds shady as hell. Like, he like, all right, well, you keeping the baby? She's like, yeah, congratulations then to you. That sounds like maybe he's not really so interested in being there for the baby because he should have been congratulating himself or like, yay for us, but he like, congratulations to you. Okay? She was like, yeah, well, congratulations to you too. He ain't feeling congratulatory about him being a motherfucking father, in my opinion, anyway. She was like, okay, and after this baby, I'm getting my tubes tied. And he's like, why would you get your tubes tied? Like, why wouldn't you just get on birth control? She was like, because I don't want chemicals in my body. And he was like, well, you won't put chemicals in your body, but you'll put a baby in your body? She said, first of all, you put a baby in my body. Yeah, and I want a motherfucking tubes tied. I'm just saying, I don't know. Is it normal for little people to have large amounts of children? Not that, you know, 3 is so much, you know, such a huge amount of kids. 4 is getting up there, but I mean, do they have larger families? I guess anything is possible, but I don't know if it's smart, you know, given like the chance of so many complications and all of that. But whatever. She's basically asking him like how he felt about it, and he like, alright, I mean, I guess it's cool. But they keep going back and forth with this little playful bullshit. He started telling her that she the devil. Either way, she wants him to be like a super big part of this new baby's life. So she wants him to move to Atlanta to be near her and the baby, you know, because their relationship is so complicated. You was not in a relationship, girl. Anyway, Moreland been ignoring money. He left. He went back on the road. He a truck driver or some shit. She hasn't heard from him. She acting crazy up in her house, closing all of the shades and all that shit, sitting there being depressed and crazy. So Minnie came over to try to comfort her or whatever. And she essentially saying like she don't even know if they're going to get married. She think that the wedding is off at this point. And Minnie is like, I mean, it don't really seem like they was that big of a thing. I mean, I know the ring is expensive, but I mean, was he mad about something else? She's like, well, first, you know, my attitude, and then my whole Bridezilla thing, or the thing with the prices, where she was acting like he was being cheap. And then this, I guess, was supposedly the straw that broke the camel's back. But I already told y'all, I think that he is it just seemed very, very fake the way that he jumped up. Now, he might have actually felt that way, and they was like, all right, well, we're going to have to set it up with the cameras and everything, so let us get on each side, and then you do it. So maybe it just felt awkward to be angry on demand. Like, he already had the feeling that he was mad, but to have to show it, like, they're like, all right, action. He'd be like, okay, be mad now. Okay, I am outraged. No, I can't take it no more. I'm like, this shit is BS. Yeah, so Minnie is telling her, you know, it's gonna be all right, girl. He just needs some time. Give him some time. And Money start crying. That's probably the first time Money ever made me feel sorry for her. I felt very, very bad for her. And she crying on Minnie's chest, on Minnie's bosom, on that. But I always want people to lay on my bosom. Bosom. Do everybody have a bosom, or just people with big boobs? Anyway, Juicy is talking to Ricky Smiley. And she basically said that she did her Juicy talk, whatever. It turned out good. Her sister came in town. Andrea spilled the beans about Juicy talk. Her mother was mad. She got up. She walked out. She was like, and she is, you know, she's really pissed about it. She is thinking about not even doing the show no more, because her father's a minister or preacher. Her mother is like the first lady of a church. And it just seemed like it's going to be so tacky. So he's like, well, damn. If your family is like that high up in a church and like super duper religious, then you're just gonna have to do it like a different way. Like she wouldn't get mad if you were like a actual sex therapist, which she's not. Okay, she is not. But giving advice similar to what Dr. Ruth would give, and she is an actual sex therapist. And not just some person acting like they know stuff, who ain't in a relationship. And dare I say, I never seen no men running down in the streets talking about how good it was to be with Juicy. I mean, it might happen. Do it happen where y'all from? Does it happen in Atlanta? Because she's the queen of Atlanta. So I would assume that's where all the motherfuckers be walking around talking about, oh, she got some good coochie. Let me know if that ever happened to you. You know, just happenstance. You're just sitting around. Or if you ever just on a train and people like, you know what? I did it to the queen of Atlanta. Good stuff. I just don't believe it. Anyway, he was like, yeah, you have to like kind of go with your audience. So if you choose like an audience that is looking more for help, sort of like the Dr. Ruth type of audience, then it'll be a different thing for your mother. So choose your audience, who it is that you want to target, and keep your mother in mind, and that ought to make things okay. He was like, and you want to keep everything all nice, all calm with your mom. You know, get her a nice little bottle of White Diamonds and Elizabeth Taylor. She's like, my mama don't use that. He was like, yes, she do. No, she don't. I would not. Your mother used that. He was like, no, she don't. He was like, yes, she do. Every old black lady got some white diamond. I'm gonna tell you, my mother for sure had it before she passed with my foster mom. My real mother, she'll wear anything. So if it was available to her, she would wear the hell out of it. Okay. But they going back and forth about this damn White Diamonds old ass lady perfume, and the people at the next table is cracking the fuck up. And he was like, what? He was like, do you got White Diamonds? Do you own White Diamonds? She's like, yeah. Got it on right now. He was like, see, I know I smelled it. I smelled White Diamonds when I came up in here. See, I told you all old ladies got it. And Juicy she don't even got nothing to say, because she can't diss it no more because the lady's sitting right there. Anyway, the twins go to their little speech therapy thing. Like I was saying, the way that I can tell them apart is that Andrea has a much like thicker lisp than her sister. Apparently they are also dyslexic and have ADHD problems. Problems with saying the letter S and some other letter. And that's probably because of the lisp. So the lady had her go through and like say some words that started with the S. Well, clench your teeth together and then try to say the words or whatever. And It seemed to be okay. And she was like, see, that's what you have to do. You just have to practice it a lot until your tongue learns where it's supposed to be in order to make the sound. So she made them do these like tongue exercises. Apparently they passed that part. So their tongue should be trainable is what I was guessing that was supposed to have meant. They came out with like a little Jeopardy game. They did horrible in the Jeopardy game. I'm gonna give it to them on the first one. That first question, well, first off, did she explain the rules of the game? Did they ever play Jeopardy before? They might not have understood like past tense or blah blah blah, what they were supposed to actually even be doing with these Jeopardy questions. My wig, I'm just trying to keep it fluffed and not whatever. I curled it myself. Anyway, yeah, the first question had me, or answer, Jeopardy gives answers and you give a question, whatever. It was confusing. So I was like, what the fuck is that even supposed to mean? And all they were supposed to do was find the word that wasn't in the past tense and make it past tense. But yeah, just reading the sentence had me confused. So I was like, am I dyslexic? I don't fucking understand. All right, but then everything else I got. And then I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, this stuff isn't even speech therapy. Like, it's contractions. And they don't seem to know that contractions are two words blended together with an apostrophe, or what the two words are that are being blended together. I'm like, so this ain't even speech. This is like 2nd, 3rd grade phonics. Is that what it called? I think it used to be called phonics. English, whatever. They said it might look really easy to other people, but it's really hard for them. Probably because of the dyslexia and the ADHD. They don't seem to have that to me. Or ADD or anything. They seem completely calm, regular. They might be on medication, though, for it. But I just don't think so. They don't ever bring it up. And they... you know how motherfuckers want to diagnose you with shit that you ain't really got just to make a buck. If I was them, I wouldn't claim that. I wouldn't claim that ADHD or ADD or whatever the fuck it was that they say, erectile dysfunction. Whatever they said they had, don't claim it, girls. Yeah, but they're going to need, the speech therapy will be good. And if the speech therapy people are actually going to be teaching them English, then okay. But if not, they're going to need some refresher courses just on the language of English, okay? Because they said it's hard for them. They seem confused as hell. They just look very confused. When they were coming out, they were like, all right, well, the speech therapy thing, they're happy about, you know, bettering themselves or whatever. But it brought back bad memories because apparently they were picked on and bullied for being in speech, just like, you know, any kid that gets picked on for being different than other kids or whatever. Yeah, they're getting all fucking upset and all of that shit. And it's Amanda is the one that is falling apart. She's crying and she was like, everybody's gonna say that. Her sister like, fuck everybody. We don't gotta give a fuck about them. Like, no, we are not dumb. We don't have to fuck the memories, fuck all of that. Like, it's sad, but we're getting over it. Our lives are better. We're doing things. We got our license. We're driving. She was like, we just gonna take it day by day. We just get better one day at a fucking time. But she was like, but you gotta be strong, okay? We gotta be strong, okay? Like, okay, Miss got tough out of the blue. Because Amanda's usually the one that's always checking Andrea, like, calm down. But Andrea's like, no, we're gonna be fine. We're doing great. We're just gonna get better. We're gonna be strong. We're gonna hold each other. We're gonna hold each other up. Now come here, girl. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. I love their love. They are so cute to me. All right. So she telling her, be strong. No more crying. No more crying. All right. Devon is mad that Tanya is pregnant, so apparently she done told him. So she's scared to go to get her kids, so she sent her brother. Childish and petty as hell. Anyway, Sam is asking her, does she want to tell the girls? And she was like, yeah, but not one by one. Like, I'll tell them when we're all like together, like at one time or something like that. And she was like, so you talked to Nico the other day, like what happened? She was like, oh, it was good. He was so happy about the baby. And he's gonna be moving here. She was like, oh, is he? Yeah, I want him to move closer to be with the baby. Like, he's going to be, like, in the baby's life, like, full time. And Sam was like, oh, well, that's good. But she don't really believe that. She was like, I don't know if I really believe that he's going to be around this time. But I guess, you know, whatever. Wait and see. Now, me just being petty, I just wanted to put some attention on the way that Sam was looking. What the fuck is going on? Okay, I thought her hair was a lot longer than that. And when it's curly, her face looks huge, enormous. Like, her face don't even belong on her body. Like, are you kidding me? Her hair make her face look big as hell. But then when it's straight, her face look good. You know what I mean? Even when it's back in a ponytail, her face look good. So yeah, her hair bring her down. She just need more attention on the face, less attention on the hair. I don't know exactly how that whole thing works out, but I know she looked a hot ass mess with that little curly mop thing on her head, and her face being enormous. I don't know if she used makeup to make her face look smaller. I know you can make parts of your face look smaller. Could you make your whole face look smaller with makeup? Because if you can, I think that's what she's doing. If you can't, then I don't know. I don't really know what the fuck is going on. The brother brings back the kids, and she's all happy and all of that shit, playing with them, blah, blah, blah. Nice. All right. The twins are talking to Minnie about their speech therapy thing, because apparently she was in speech therapy, and they want to talk to somebody who has been through what it is that they are going through. Minnie told them about, you know, how she felt about it. Like, she felt bad the way that they felt bad when they were in school, picked on and everything. She was the only person that she knew that was in speech therapy and all of that, so it made her feel dumb and embarrassed and all of that. And the girls are embarrassed about having to go to speech therapy and all of that. So she's like, she was always thinking that she was the only one, and all of the words that she couldn't pronounce, because apparently she was getting her S's or L, something mixed up with an L. I'm like, what are you, Asian? I don't understand. Okay, but I think it's because, remember Meek needs that operation. Meek on that used to be on this show but is now on Little Women Dallas, the little boy, he's so cute. He needs surgery on his inner ear because he is forming his words wrong, because he's hearing things incorrectly because of a inner ear sort of thing that needs to be fixed. And they said that a lot of people are born with that, because I think Emily said that she had it and she had to have it operated on as well. So apparently a lot of little people are born with deformity in the inner ear, which doesn't allow them to hear words correctly, or form the sounds correctly or something, which leads to them having speech issues or something. So yeah, either way, Minnie made them feel a lot better, and Minnie speaks very well from what she's saying, that she couldn't speak before and that everything was so fucked up. So yeah, she said that she's happy that they're doing it, and it might be, you know, bothersome right now, but it's gonna turn out to be like really good. They're really gonna be happy that they did it. Oh, she told them also about Money. She's like, you know, Money is all locked up in the damn house and depressed because Moreland left because she lost the ring. And they like, that's fucked up. Like, really? He gonna leave her over the ring? Yes, he left her over the ring. We don't know what's going on at this point, but she's thinking that the wedding is off. So I want to do something to, you know, lift her spirits. And I was thinking we should go camping. And they was like, okay, well, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, I'm down with the camping. So yeah, they're on board. Tanya goes to get her ultrasound with Sam and 2 kids. The little boy, well, it don't even make no sense now because she answered the question later on in the episode. But I had wrote, is the boy a little person? Because he bow-legged as hell, and he walked, you know, that little side to side wobbly walk and all of that shit too. So he like bow-legged or something. The doctor said that this ultrasound, this appointment was to confirm her pregnancy, confirm the dates, and they hear the baby's heartbeat. The heartbeat was really strong. Tanya is crying and shit. Well, she got Sam recording, like, yeah, could you record this shit? Because Sam was chilling with the kids, and of course she got to put her to work, right? She got just super emotional listening to the heartbeat and crying and all of that shit. The little boy came over. He's so cute, and he was like, what's wrong? She was like, it's a baby. That's a baby in her stomach. He was like, it's a baby in there. He looking at her stomach like, but for real, how is it a baby in there? Like, like really explain that shit to me. Yeah. She said that she's, you know, basically overwhelmed. She definitely didn't think that she was going to be pregnant. And definitely not now. So it's just a wake-up call for her, basically. Minnie and Juicy decide to take money out because we already know, I've said it several times, she depressed, she locked up in the house, she's crying and shit, she's sad and all of that. So they like, nah, we gotta, you know, help your girl. As people say, get your girl. All right. And she's saying that now Moreland is responding, but only a little bit here and there. Still like not like they're in a relationship or people that's supposed to be getting married, right? Money, well, they're telling her that he'll be all right. Like, it's all gonna work out. Just give him his space and whatever. Sometimes she was like, well, shit, if I space, that motherfucker should be in the damn North Pole by now for all of the space that I gave him. I've been leaving him alone. I've been pushing nothing, and he is just really pushing it. And it sounds to me like Money is getting fed up. We're waiting around for him to, you know, calm down. Like, he pushing the shit too far. I think he pushing it too far too. Bitch, you better have called me in 2 days and been over it, okay? Well, not over it, because that's a lot of money. But over it enough to continue the damn relationship and get back to calling me on time and all of that other bullshit. You could be mad. Oh, but we together. We're together. All right. Minnie tells Juicy that she was scared to meet her mother because of, you know, all of the shit that had happened between them. But she was like, her mother, your mom was like the sweetest person I ever met. And Juicy was like, of course, she's my mother. She's like, yeah, that ain't it. No, it really isn't. And you know what? Okay, I was about to tell y'all another personal story. I know y'all like, girl. I have a sorority sister. She's a bitch. Okay, and everybody hates her. People always calling me and telling me, like, since I met her, people always tell me, I like y'all, but her, you know, she's just, I was like, I know what she's just. Yeah, her mother, I love her freaking mother. Her mother is amazing. She is so sweet, so kind. I have no idea how this girl was born of this wonderful person, you know? It don't make no sense, but yeah, it's kind of like Juicy and her mama. Even though we don't know if her mama all that nice. She might be nice, you know, for appearances on the outside. She might be raising hell behind closed doors. Anyway. Juicy is putting Juicy Talk on. Oh, Juicy told them that her mother is upset about the whole Juicy Talk thing. Because Minnie was like, alright, your mother was really pissed. So how did it work out? It's like, you know, she was upset. I've been working on some things, but I'm going to put it on hold for right now. Just, you know, until whenever. Like, she definitely said that she still wants to do it, but she's not sure when she's going to get around to it. Because she kind of, I guess, waiting for the dust to settle. Because she's saying, her mother is saying the reason that she was mad is not about the subject matter, but that she didn't tell her, that she was like hiding it from her. But I think your mother lying, and I think it is the subject matter. Okay? Okay. If you were doing a show about cooking and you didn't tell your mother, would she have been that mad and got up and walked away from the table? I mean, she could be that petty, but I'm not sure. Because you're telling her now. Oh, well, you weren't intentionally telling her. One of the girls let it slip. But either way, She would have seen you on TV. Okay. Minnie tells them about the camping trip, and they are not at all enthusiastic. They're making fun of her because, you know, first off, she preempted the whole thing by saying, y'all know I'm a girly girl. I don't do no outdoor shit. I'm not no sporty person and all of that. But I think that it would be fun for us to get out and get together in the fresh air, the elements and all of this, and just have a good time together. All of the girls are coming. They seem pretty not so really down for it, but they were like, if all the girls are coming, I guess it'll be fun. It could be cool. And they get Money's mind off of Moreland for a little while. So, yeah. Okay. They headed up on this camping trip. We got Minnie, the twins, and Money all riding up together. And Juicy is bringing Sam and Tanya. Tanya is in the motherfucking car throwing up. I mean, over and over again. And into a paper bag. Since when don't paper leak? Ugh. Ugh. I'm like, girl, you better not sit that back down on the floor of my car, because that scent of that, ooh, is getting into the little carpet thing, and just me smelling other people throwing up made me throw up. I'm like, you gonna have to get your, I don't know why she came. Well, maybe she didn't know she was going to be throwing up. And maybe she didn't start until they was too far away. But it's fucking weird as fuck. And why did Juicy just have a bag in the car for vomit anyway? It's awkward. And Juicy's like, I think I know what's going on, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Sam is like, I really need Tanya to tell Juicy at least about her being pregnant, because just throwing up in somebody's presence over and over and over again is fucking weird, okay? People need to know stuff. Yes, bitch, do you have some sort of weird ass disease that can be spread through the air? Because I need to motherfucking know if I could, I don't need no airborne motherfucking illness. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, but you're gonna have to get your ass out. Yeah, tell her. Yeah, so she throwing the fuck up, and Sam is getting really sick of keeping this fucking secret. When they get there, they don't have to set up tents and all that shit like they did on Real Housewives. They got a big ass teepee, and they got like bunk beds and all of that. So it's kind of like a little outdoor hotel. So they're not sleeping on the ground and all of that. Money as trying to start the fight. Well, they all trying to start the fight. None of them know how to do it. They thought that Minnie was gonna know how to do it because she used to be a brownie. She like, bitch, you know how long ago it was that I was a damn brownie? They're like, you ain't supposed to forget that. You ain't though. Ain't it just rubbing some sticks together? I think the sticks got to be a certain kind, or really all the way dried out, so they could, it won't be no moisture stopping them from catching on fire. It's too much. It's too much. How about you just bring one of the little clicker things to start a fire? How about that? How about that? Yeah. So, they start telling scary stories that are not fucking scary at all. They go around in a circle, so they appear to be having fun, even though their storytelling is corny as hell. And then they start hearing a man yelling, or maybe it was just me hearing a man yell. They was acting like they was hearing animals. I heard a fucking person. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I thought it was going to be like their last camping trip on the other show where Michelle came out of the woods or whatever. But ain't nobody never come. But these motherfuckers started screaming and running. Seeing Juicy run. Bravo. Okay? Girl. That is funny. Okay, see, I'm not always looking for comedy when I go to see that, but I do appreciate it when I get to see some comedy. And Juicy running, I think Juicy got one straight, like a stiff leg, and one bow leg. It was funny. But anyway, they all get into the little teepee and put a bed to blockade the door. And I'm like, the person could just come in and get on the bed and then just get out. A bear could also, or any other animal. I've heard that mountain lions, they're able to jump, you know, the height of a bed and so much more. Okay, if you can reach it, little people, everybody and everything can reach it. Okay, everything. Ants can reach it. Everything can reach it if you can reach it. So the bed is ridiculous to put there. Secondly, Is it an extra bed, or is somebody gonna be sleeping in front of the damn door of the teepee? That's ridiculous. Anyway, they in there. They were like, all right, well, so much for the fucking scary story shit. And they were like, okay, well, you want to tell us some scary stories while we in here? They're like, I'm over the scary shit. But then Tanya's like, well, I have a story. It's not really scary, though. Yeah, and then one of the little people had some other little people inside of her, in her womb. And they're like, bitches, you trying to say you pregnant? Yes, I'm pregnant. Yes, I am. Who's the father? It's Nico. Oh, my God. Is it? What? Wait a minute. From when he was here the last time, 2 months. Okay. So if you 2 months and he was here 2 months ago, then you was lying and y'all wasn't just friends. So y'all, we knew y'all was lying. We knew y'all was doing it. So it's just a big uproar and everybody's, whatever. But then the twins is like, you know what? It's always some motherfucker body pregnant in this fucking group. She was like, or faking like they pregnant. Oh, you was fierce for that. Amanda. Girl. Anyway, yeah. Only one person that's faked it, but whatever. Somebody's always pregnant or faking being pregnant in the damn group. 'Tis true. A whole bunch of babies flowing up in that motherfucker. And then Juicy is like, do any of these bitches use birth control? Yes, that is what I'm wondering. It's what Nico asked the girl. I mean, if he didn't want no more kids, one would think that he could have used some birth control. Condoms are a very visible and widely accepted and accessible form of birth control. Yes, 'tis true. But so Money is like, okay, well, how does Nico feel about it? Is he happy? She was like, yeah, he was happy about it. And, she wanted him to move closer and all of this. And Sam is just like, I want to be happy for her, but I just don't really trust this whole motherfucking Nico situation. So I would take that to mean that she isn't so happy for her. She's worried about the situation. She don't know. She was like, well, I just hope for the best for this. So they was like, you want a boy or a girl? She was like, I got a boy and a girl, so it really doesn't matter. And they were like, well, how about, do you want a average sized person or a little person? She was like, well, her son is little, because that's what I was asking before. He's got a lot of spinal problems and all kind of things. So from the perspective of, all the things that could go wrong, all the surgeries. She's saying that she had 4 surgeries. Her first one was when she was like 4 years old. Like, it's a lot of pain involved and a lot of things can go wrong. So she thinks that, it would be better if it was an average height person, because it'd be less complications and everything. She's like, plus she just want her kid to be able to go outside or whatever and people not stare at him. And Juicy was like, people stare at average size people too. You know what? That is so true, and not anything that even though I thought I was quite witty, I probably would have never even thought to say. But yes, people do stare at average height people too, because, it's a different reason. You can have a big nose. You can have an orange hair. You can have 2 different color eyeballs. Whatever. You can walk funny. You can be ugly as hell or way too pretty. I mean, so many reasons. Yeah. But she was basically saying, doesn't matter, even if it is a little person. This is Juicy to Tanya. Okay. It shouldn't matter. I mean, of course you can have your preference, but if it is a little person, all you got to do is try to instill the confidence that you have into them, so that they, don't have to be afraid when they're outside and they got their own little confidence. And she was like, no, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Are you? Because it sounded like you were doubting that. But I guess anybody's going to feel, some doubt. You never know if whatever you're trying to instill in your kid is actually going to, catch on. If they're going to do the shit that you want them to do. So you can only hope. So she was like, well, if the baby is little, I'm going to need like a whole little people community of love around my kids to keep him or her encouraged. And she was like, and I got my girl. So I got my little group, I got my little clique, and she is happy and she appreciates the girls. Okay. So that's the end of the episode. I'm excited for next week for the fight between Tanya and Sam, because we already know that Tanya been acting real stank and snippy towards and it appears that she's moving a lot of motherfuckers into her house, which is kind of pushing Sam out, because where the fuck is she gonna live? So I guess if the father, if Nico does come there and move the fuck in, then she won't even need a nanny. I guess he's gonna be the manny. Well, she works from home and he works from home. I mean, is he gonna have a job? Is he gonna have a job? Or is she going to pay him to watch his own children? Because more likely if she don't pay him, he ain't gonna want to do it. And he gonna want, you know, money and all that sort of stuff. I see the whole thing being somewhat problematic, especially since they're not in a relationship. But like Sam said, we gonna wait, we gonna see. We gonna see. But I think it's kind of fucked up how she's doing Sam, you know. She might still be mad because Sam told her business that one time, but or whatever about Nico or whatever the fuck. I can't even remember what the fuck Sam told, but about the kids leaving or whatever. I don't know if it's stemming from that or if it's just the pregnancy, but if pregnancy make you that evil, bitch, do not be pregnant, because that's your friend. That ain't nice. That ain't nice, okay? So I want to see exactly what it is they're fighting for, because I rewound it several times to see what Sam said she didn't give a fuck about. Like, I don't give a fuck about. I don't know what she said, okay? If you know what she said, you can let me know, or I guess we gotta wait till next week, and even if we don't know what she said, we'll understand the context clues, which will make it clearer what the fuck is going on. But I want to know why they fighting, and a host of other things. So I guess we all gonna just see, we gonna check it out. If you agree with what I had to say, let me know down in the comments. If you disagree, let me know down in the comments. And until the next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank y'all so much for watching. While you're here, check out my previous video. I also have a beauty channel, and I give out free workouts on my page. Don't forget to subscribe.